when we're going to create an interaction that people will be involved in, it's really great for us to test out those what we think are problem-solving solutions with actual people.
I do have one question about,
Sure.
So we don't want to divorce people from their data, but at the same time, a lot of people believe that it's a best practice to, for example, take names away from personal data when you're analyzing it, when you're doing those types of things. How do you, can you explain to me like the difference in like don't divorce people from their data, but like let's make sure if we're using their data that it is anonymized and those types of things?
Yeah, and I love that you asked that question because I think this is where the integration of design and data science is the most powerful and can be the most effective for designing ethical AI. So when I talk about not divorcing people from their data, what I mean is not divorcing the humanity that is involved in creating that data. And so I totally understand PII and I used to call it the nuclear bomb of all data, right? Like nuclear waste, to be quite honest. As soon as you get PII, you have to understand how to store it, you have to be careful about it, how to transfer it, all those good things. And if you don't do that, you can be liable, especially in healthcare and HIPAA and all that. So I'm all for getting minimal viable data. And if minimum viable data does not include PII, you are 100% golden. But one of the things that design does is design says, hey, we're not quite sure what the right solution is. So let's test out different ways to solve a problem. And one of the ways that we gain confidence in a solution is by taking a low fidelity construction, right, of that problem. We call it a concept or a prototype or whatever, and putting that in front of people, right? It's called human-centered design. And so we're trying to figure out a three-part Venn diagram of desirability, feasibility, and viability. Viability being, is there a business case for this? Feasibility being, can we do this with technology? Is it feasible? And desirability being, does someone want this? Like, is this solving a problem, a human need? And so when I say don't divorce people from data, what I mean is when we're going to create an interaction that people will be involved in, it's really great for us to test out those what we think are problem-solving solutions with actual people. So you don't have to have the personal information of the aggregate data of folks that you're going to be using, but it would be nice if you took your solution that you think is going to work and simulate that with actual people so that and when I say people, I mean a diverse set of folks, so that you can at least have some confidence that solution that you're proposing doesn't forget or gloss over serving a human need.
Okay, awesome. I love that. I think that clarification is really important too for the audience, because as data scientists, we're like, oh, I think we're doing good stuff by anonymizing, and I don't want and so obviously
anonymizing is one thing. Anonymizing is one thing, and to me that's a local thing, right? Like that's on a local level, but I'm talking globally, right? So if you're going to create a solution that will eventually interact with people, then it in design we say let's go simulate that solution with people and get their feedback to iterate on our design.